Welcome back to the Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter. Anime Review, episode number 7. We're on the pendulum episode of this season anyways. I haven't heard anything if it's going to be season 2 or not. This one's called Noir. Before I talk about the episode itself, what happens in it, I have to talk about something. I don't know if this is an error on Crunchyroll's part or basically like somebody over in Japan doing this. Now, I watched this episode on Crunchyroll. Like, it's perfectly okay. But there were some errors with these subtitles. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Like, there are frequent instances seeing the character's full name on the screen for absolutely no reason at all. There was also his stats popping up a couple times in the episode, even though we really didn't need to see them. And, like, talk about sacrifice. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Like, I'm sure Crunchyroll is probably getting a lot of basically like complaints about this. But I hope they fix it by the time that next week's episode comes around. Yes, I sincerely hope so. Anyways, the episode starts off with Noir finally opening up a shop that he wanted to do ever since he saved Maria's life back. I think it was like episode 4. I think it was about 4 or 5 when we saved the character's life. Basically, he was given a big amount of reward money, so he used the money to basically build himself a shop. And they come up with various suggestions, and the name they chose was actually Tiger-sen's idea. Basically, it's basically Noir's Rarities. Yeah, that was the name they picked. It was his suggestion. It basically became sort of a poster kitty, as his mother as Noir's mother basically points out. And it is great the fact that you finally have the shop open. I mean, we teased it for several episodes. We finally have it. It's open. Yep. And they also did this whole thing. They tried some goo we found in a dungeon, which would be very helpful. And and we have the credits happen where he just basically has the crowd like, welcome to the shop. And basically, shop is a big hit. Got a good amount of customers. I'd say from the shop its size, I'd say that's pretty good. For the most part, for a small shop. Yep. And then Noir comes with a very interesting idea of trying to free Olivia from her death chains. Yep. Something you first saw her in back in the pilot episode. Finally going to be doing this. And he's doing this to pay his debt to her for teaching all of her skills. She initially doesn't want to do it, but he does anyways. So, like, he goes like 2 different paths. Didn't work. The first one worked out. Then he brought along Emma with him. It's like he explained everything that's going on. Initially, at first, she couldn't go, and then she just invited her along. So he basically says a phrase, and she's probably like, "Really? That's the password?" So like you're basically strengthening yourself up for like no reason, like something like that. You're like, yeah, that probably is true. So they go in. They go to the 15th floor, and then they come across Olivia, though. Noir easily points out, though, thanks to his discerning eye, this is not Olivia. This is a copy of her made by the Death Chains. And they briefly fight, and they're very close. And then all of a sudden, they're back in the 2nd floor, where Emma finally meets Olivia for the first time. And Olivia is instantly jealous of Emma due to the fact her chest is bigger than hers. I'm like, really? Looking at the two of them, her chest is just slightly smaller than Emma's. Okay. And they decided a little bit of history, found out her weakness. And they find out that she felt like a cleric some time ago. Looks a lot like Luna. Though, we had this really interesting thing before that, where Luna and Lola, where they basically, like, are very happy to see Noir. And they basically want to help with LP points. And then Ella's like, sees a sandwich on the table. So she and Luna decide to come up with an interesting idea. Have them sandwich between the two of each other. And that increases LP by a lot. Like over, like almost 4,000 points. Like, good amount. And then he does this little research. Talking about sacrifice. Like, baby sacrifice is built to become stronger. And the thinker figures out, and they just happens to come across the Olivia clone on a bridge. Yep, just by sheer coincidence. Yes, when they actually arrive there, I don't know, but there's that. Also, when they freed her, they think it's her, they slice her up. They slice up the chains, which are gold, even though that when the lady got them, they're black. Yeah, no explanation exactly why this is. So they start to find, of course, this woman basically has the same memories and abilities as Olivia. And of course, Olivia is getting concerned because she's detecting Noir's consciousness. And the episode ends basically will look like she says, "Oh, I win." That's the episode ends. Interesting though that both this one and Yashimi Princess Half Demon, where they both end their seasons with a two-parter. I'm like, that's interesting. Yep. But we have to wait until next week for the final episode of the season, which I'm looking forward to that. Yep. So yeah, that's it for single review. Stay tuned for my next review, which will be Case Closed. Now, I did look up online. Apparently, the OVA has been released for Is It Wrong to Girls Legend. In the case of that one, it has released. In the case of that, I might go watch it. It depends. I will probably look up online per se. I'll probably look up on my app I'll look up my app on my PS4, see if it's there. If not, I'll look up on the website. If it's not there, I'll probably watch the other website I go to and watch it there. I probably will or probably will not get a chance to get to it today. It depends. If not, well, pretty much when I finish some Case Closed, I'll look for it. If it's not there, I'll just keep looking on the other website, see if they have it, okay? Now, until the next video, which will be Case Closed. Bye.